Okay, it's recording.
Okay, excellent. Because stupid ideas must be recorded. So this
Yeah, I want to see how much it's doing.
pepper X hot sauce. This will probably wind up on the internet at some point.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a decent amount.
So that's the decent amount. I
That's
don't know if that's coming on camera.
triple what I took.
So basic rules. I have to wait 5 minutes before I seek relief, but I'm going to be asked 5 quiz questions. Every quiz questions. Five quiz questions. Everyone I get right knocks a minute off. Beyond that, I have to suffer. Let's put the cap on this real quick.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. Well, this has to be entertaining.
Okay.
Upside down or right side up? You guys get the choice.
I mean, so long as you chew, I don't think it matters.
All right.
Do you want to lose your tongue or the roof?
I have a feeling both are going to be gone.
Just try not to hear lips. Yeah.
Oh, this is already a mistake.
Oh, buddy.
Hit me.
Alright. What is the difference between the div and span elements, and
We have
when
a
would
timer
you
ready?
use each? Huh?
You better start the timer something.
424.
Okay. Great. Loose timer. All right. So 429, I get
Yeah.
relief.
So, what is the difference between div and span elements, and when would you use each?
Okay. So.
Oh no.
Oh, this is already going wrong. Okay, so div elements are block level. Generic elements. Span are also generic elements, but they're inline based. And yeah, you tend to use span more in text and div more in kind of sectional content.
Wow, perfect. Alright, that's 1 minute off.
Sweet.
How can you include a JavaScript file in an HTML document, and what are the advantages of placing it in the head versus the body?
Okay, so you would. So wait, you said JavaScript?
Mm-hmm.
So you'd script src, link to your JavaScript. You can put it in the header foot. Putting it in the head means that it's going to execute immediately as it loads. So you can do things like use HTML5 custom elements and stuff like that, and then load right into the page. If you put your script at the bottom, though, the whole document itself and the DOM will load faster. But by having it in the footer, it means that your script is also going to have to wait until after everything else has at least initialized before it gets started.
It's another minute off, Ken.
Another minute off.
Cool.
Okay.
27.
Explain the concept of the CSS specificity hierarchy and provide an example of how different selectors are prioritized.
Okay, so CSS has the priority mechanism where it'll go with things like tag level, class level, ID level, or just general other rule selector. So tags are considered the least concise, I'm pretty sure. Then it goes to the class level. Then it goes to the ID level. A practical example of this is, and so when the CSS is running through itself, things that come later in the CSS document tend to have higher priority. So if you have two identically prioritized tags, the second one will take priority. But
What?
Damn.
It's not hot enough for him?
I'm suffering. But
Wow.
where was I?
Yeah, it said something about classes and IDs.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
Did this to yourself.
No one made you eat a second chip.
yeah. Anyways, practical example. Yeah. You also have that's at a selector level. On an individual rule basis, you also have the important attribute that you can add to individual rules, and that makes it the most important. In addition, there's another priority thing where if you put the CSS directly on the tag itself or in the body of the document, that tends to raise the priority outside of having it in a page. Basic example of this would be something is dot my class for like a CSS class element. But then if you go hashtag my ID, that'll override the class.
Okay, wow. Well,
You need way more than enough.
yeah, you basically
I'm
are
cute.
pretty much done with like the time. Like shaved off all the minutes. You're pretty much good to have
Yeah,
to
keep
leave now. What is the purpose of the Z index property in CSS, and how does it work in conjunction with the position property?
Okay, so in CSS you have multiple position properties, things like absolute, static, relative. Anything that's static is just kind of in the document. It doesn't really have, it has the Z index of its parent. As soon as you have relative or absolute, you can start assigning a Z index. The higher the Z index, the more on top something will appear. You can also, yeah, I'm drunk. You can also use Z index -1 to knock something below the current element as well. Is that enough?
Yeah. So that's good. Final question. Final question. How can you securely handle user input in PHP to prevent SQL injection attacks? Provide a brief example.
You use depending on the PHP classes that or the PHP libraries that you're using, you don't directly run the queries against the database just using string concatenation. That's the doorway for injection. You would generally use either a DAO, a data abstraction object, or you could use whatever the class name is for not MySQLite, but whatever the class name is for the PHP built-in thing where you have your query string with the placeholders in it, and then you just set your placeholders and what they're actually going to be in, and it's properly escaped by the class.
Well, that doesn't look like the ChatGPT answer, so you have to pour the hot sauce in your eyes now.
Yeah, no, I'm not Steve-O. I'm going to have my screen. I don't think I'll need to touch the little one, though. I think that's right.
Congratulations. This has been Hot Ones ITS edition. So stop the video now, or you want to
Yeah,
get some?
I'll
Any last words?
see you next town hall. Have a good one.
Peace.